Hey, it's your girl Autumn from the Lit Life Podcast, where I encourage you to live your life autonomously. And this is another edition of Meet Me in the End Zone. And I'm not going to lie to y'all, I am here to be a tad bit annoying. But I ain't going to start there. I got to keep this video short. I'm still dealing with some asthma issues, so I can't really be super long winded. So I'm going to try to keep this as short as possible. First things first, exactly what I said was going to happen in the quarterfinals happened. Okay? We knew Texas was going to beat Clemson. Like, this is a no-brainer. Was this a no-brainer for y'all? Like, I knew this. I picked Notre Dame to beat Indiana. I mean, I'm not gonna necessarily say it was a no-brainer, but I just didn't feel like Indiana was gonna put up that type of a fight. I mean, I just didn't. I mean, people thought that they were gonna do whatever they thought they was gonna do with us, and it didn't happen. Whatever it is, what it is. So I picked Notre Dame, and they won. Excuse me. Penn State, like, I knew Penn State was going to win this game. Like, again, SMU, it's just one of them teams that I know there's been so much conversation about, like, oh, some of these teams shouldn't have been here, we need to change the format. I get all of that. However, this is what it is right now. This is what the committee wanted. This is what the committee got. We knew, or I knew at the very least, that this was not going to be a game. And that's me. That I'm a person that I don't believe in Penn State. Like, I don't believe in Penn State. I don't feel like that. I don't feel like they ever complete the mission, right? Like, ever. So, but I did feel as if they were going to win this game. Before I get into, I'm trying to think of how I want to do this. Before I get into Ohio State and Tennessee, because that's where the majority of my conversation is going to be, I do want to show you guys who my next picks are. So, I chose Texas over Arizona State. Now, I believe another part of the conversation has been all of these teams that got a bye. I guess that were supposed to be the better teams are now like the underdogs. Okay, whatever it is, what it is. I chose Texas to beat Arizona State. It just is what it is. I mean, Texas has been playing their ass off, even though they got beat by Georgia twice. I mean, they've really been doing a good job thus far, except for against Georgia. Okay. I believe Texas is going to beat Arizona State. Penn State, Boise State. I chose Boise State, and I'm going to tell y'all why. Even though I think that I think that they're saying that they're the underdogs at this time. And it's only because I just don't feel like Penn State just gonna do what they supposed to do. Like, I'm not, like, they gotta make me a believer. And this is not me being like no type of hater or nothing like that. Like, I just like, their program is just not believable for me, because it's like they always get so close and they never finish the job. Like, in recent years, at least, like, as long as I've been like really paying attention to college football. So I chose Boise State. The fact of the matter is, Penn State just might win this game. But I'm gonna stick with my pick. I mean, I can't change it on this little bracket anyway, but I'm not gonna change my mind on it. I'm gonna leave it at that. Georgia is going to beat Notre Dame. There's a lot of people that's saying that Notre Dame is going to beat Georgia. I think y'all know how I feel about Georgia at this point in time. I hate them with everything inside of me. Part of this is hope that they win, which is kind of funny. But the other part of it is just the level of skill when it comes to their coaching staff headed by Kirby Smart. Like, I don't think they have the best people on the field right now. Like, I don't think that they're at, like, you know, championship level players. But I think that Kirby will take it I think he's going to take it all the way until they get to the national championship. That's what I think. So I think that Georgia is going to beat Notre Dame. Now, let's go ahead and get into what the real reason why I'm here. Okay. Because honestly, it is, you know, whatever these other games, it is what it is. But first of all, I want to address Buckeye fans. We know, okay, let me just put this out here just because this is what the video is about. Ohio State beat Tennessee, okay? Beat the shit out of them, as a matter of fact, okay? Going into this game, we came off of a pretty bad, it wasn't even a horrible loss. It really wasn't. It wasn't a horrible loss. It was disappointing. It was bad coaching. You know, they knew that, you know, the fans knew it. We figured, at least I figured, they would make the adjustments that they needed to make and go into the playoffs with a different mindset. Doing things a little bit. I don't even want to say with a different mindset, because this is how we've been playing the whole season outside of, I don't know, maybe what game was that? Maybe Nebraska. Was in Nebraska, we kind of we looked a little shaky with. I think that was after the bye or whatever. So I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened with them folks. Okay, we're gonna stop talking. It's time to move on. It's time to move on past this disappointing loss. It's time to move on past, you know, the bad coach, the narrative of the bad coaching. It's time for us to focus on what is ahead of us. And that is exactly what the team did. So, Buckeye fans, it is time for us to not be on this bullshit anymore. All we can do is sit on our couch and cheer for this team that we love so much, in hopes that they're going to coach and play the way that they've been coaching and playing all year, minus maybe a game. Okay? Myself, I'm getting what I wanted. I'm getting this rematch. Oregon, we on y'all ass. We on y'all ass, okay? I'm just here to say the shit. I'm ready for the game. I wish it was today. I know it's, you know, it's about a week and a half away, or a week away, however long it is away. And I'm going to have to just be calm about it, and then my anxiety going to go up the day before. But I think that we are going to go. We're going to win the Rose Bowl. Like, again, people keep saying, and we're favorites. We are the favorites at this point. We were the favorites. Were we the favorites going into the Oregon game? Last time, I think we were favorites going into that game too. We know, look, I'm pretty sure that they watched as much tape as they possibly could. Let me try to get my breath under control. Sorry. I know that they've watched as much tape as they possibly could. They're preparing themselves for this game. But when we look back at the Tennessee game, okay, here's another thing. I don't know what this situation was with like Tennessee. They feeling like Tennessee was taking over, like taking over the shoe. All of the pictures I saw, I saw the specks of, and even like decent crowds of Tennessee fans, which they're right down the road. So you're gonna expect for them to show up, right? You're gonna expect for them to show up. It doesn't make any sense for them not to. It's how long of a drive away? It's not that far. So I expected them to show up big time, but there was no way that they were going to show up and outshow Ohio State fans. Why are people saying this? Because they were in a damn restaurant all together in a restaurant singing and shit? I don't really understand it. I don't get this narrative. It's not making any sense to me. It don't matter because we sent their ass packing, and so none of this matters. In watching this game, and coming into this game, I didn't think that it was gonna be a blowout. I didn't think that. I thought that we would probably win by 10. I like. When I say like I scoring 3 touchdowns in the first quarter, like I could not believe what my eyes were seeing. And that's not to discredit us at all. I just thought that with all, I don't know, maybe it was just with all of the hype and everything. And I understand, like, again, Tennessee they really haven't played a whole lot of people. You know what I'm saying? They lost to Georgia and they beat Alabama, I think. I think that's how that went. But I expected a little bit more of a fight. I'm not going to lie. So I was pleasantly surprised when we went up by 3 touchdowns in the first quarter. And after that, I was a little upset that we didn't score in the second quarter because I'm like, okay. Now if we doing like this, like I don't need no comebacks. I don't need none of this extra carrying on. I need us to go ahead and if we up by 3 touchdowns, we need to go ahead and blow them out. Like that's just how I felt about it. This is what happens when Chip Kelly and Ryan Day get together and say, we have all these weapons. Let's use them. We have all of these weapons. Let's use them. Let's use every single one of them. Let's do it. Like, I think Will passed for 300 and something yards. 300 and something yards. And it just goes to show you that what I said before, and again, I don't want to keep bringing up this Michigan game, but just for comparison purposes, what I said before was Will got hurt. For whatever reason, they let him stay in the game. They let him go back in the game, but they didn't want him to throw the ball. It just didn't make any sense. Coming into this game and him performing the way that he did, we already know Will is good for an interception early on. Okay, let's not. We know that Will is good for an interception early on. I'm used to it by now. It is what it is. We gonna get that interception off, and then he's gonna be fine. But he has so many weapons, and then we don't even really need to talk about the number 1 defense in the country, do we? Do we really need to talk about them? They've been dominating the whole fucking season. Like, there's no doubt when it comes to Ohio State's defense. So holding them to 17 points makes sense to me. What else did I want to say about this game? I don't know. I just feel like, because I said I was going to keep this short anyway. I just feel like we need to focus on what's ahead of us. I don't know about y'all. As a fan, I wanted this rematch like I needed. It's like I needed this rematch like I needed my next breath. Like, for real. I wish it would have happened in the Big Ten championship. But low key, kind of glad it didn't, because now we just got to keep playing. We got to knock everybody off, okay? My ideal playoff scenario at the end championship is us seeing Georgia again. If there's a script to be written, let that be the script. Okay? Let that be the script. Let us beat Oregon and let us go on. We'll have to play somebody else after that. Whoever it is, we would play after. Let me look. What was I looking at? Is it this? No, let's look at this one. So we beat them. Oh, we would have to play Texas, which is because I feel like Texas is going to be Arizona State. I am pulling Texas card. Like, I just don't feel like Texas is as good as Ohio State. I've been saying this all year long. I do not feel like they are as good as Ohio State. And honestly, it really don't matter who on this side get here. If we get there, they gonna lose. There's nobody. There's not nan team on this side of the bracket that's as good as Ohio State Buckeyes. And I want anybody to challenge me on that. It's just not. No, don't challenge me, because I'm not gonna argue with you about it, because I said what I said. It'll come down to coaching. Again, I think Kirby Smart gonna get there. It's gonna come down to coaching. But I think that Chip and Ryan got the numbers straight. I think they got the shit in order at this point. Don't y'all think they got the shit in order at this point? I'm so proud of my damn Buckeyes. I'm so proud of them. Like, because they got out there and played the way that they were supposed to play. They did what needed to be done. This is what was supposed to be happening. Okay? We hit a bump in the road. It's fine. It's fine. Do we have heartburn? Are we, do we feel away because, it's them? Abso-fucking-lutely. We probably ain't over it. It's fine. But right now, we got a fucking championship to win. Okay? We got a championship to win, and we're going to go and we're going to win this championship. And I believe in them. I believe in Will Howard. I'm glad that Ryan Day showed that he believes in Will Howard's accuracy, in his arm, in his willingness to run, and him getting the ball to the receivers that he has, and to Travion Henderson, who was out there doing what the fuck needed to be done. Like, it was just the offensive line played great. I'm still a little shaky on that. Center. I'm still a little shaky on the center. But outside of that, I really think overall we just played a damn good ball game against a decent Tennessee team. If you go back and watch the other video, or watch even the little reaction video I did to the selection, and I said, oh, everybody said we gonna play Tennessee. Okay. I think we'll beat Tennessee. Yeah, we'll beat Tennessee. That's exactly how I felt about it. They might give us a little run for our money, but we'll beat them. That's how I felt about it. And it wasn't we gonna whoop them, we gonna blow them out. It wasn't none of that. I didn't feel skeptical about it either. But it was definitely definitely very like, we'll beat them. It was that type of vibe, and we did. And we beat them well. Like, we did really, really well. So I'm rambling. I'm gonna get off of here. Congratulations to, I can't think of the young man name right now. Heisman winner. I'm sorry, I don't feel good, y'all. Congratulations to him. I wish that he was able to enjoy his Heisman win instead of everybody like on his ass about, his girlfriend or whatever. But I'm sorry, I'm real upset that his name is not coming to my head right now. But charge it to my head, not my heart. I don't really feel all that well. But I'm glad that he won the Heisman. Like I'm happy for him. You don't see a lot of players that play both sides of the field like that. Do I think that there are better receivers out there than him? Absolutely. But there's not anybody that's playing both that has that capability, or maybe they do have the capability but haven't shown the capability of being able to play both sides of the ball like that. I think Deion did a great job with him and that team. I think we've given Deion so much shit, and when in all actuality, like, he's done a great job with that team. I also want to say congratulations to Travis Hunter. Sorry, Travis Hunter. That's his name. I also want to say congratulations to Michael Vick, who was named the head coach at a school in Virginia. I'm so trash right now. I can't even think of it again. I'm not feeling well. Charges to my head, not my heart. But congratulations to Michael Vick, because we all know what Michael Vick's journey has been. I say it all the time. I know that what he did was foul. There have been people that have done way worse, and their and their teams stood behind them. Like, there's literally people with weird cases within the NFL, and their teams who shouldn't really be standing by them are. I always felt like if Michael Vick would have been somewhere like Dallas, he probably would have, his career probably would have been a whole lot better than what it was. You know, it would have been a lot longer than what it was. I'll say that. But I'm so glad to see that he is doing well. I was glad to see when he got on like Fox Sports, like all of these things he did. He was doing had like a flag football league here in the Atlanta area. At one point in time, like, he's been doing things. But I think that this head coaching job is going to be great for him. And I am so excited to follow and see how he does. So I'm going to get my ass off of here. I will be back after the next round of playoffs, and we going to see how the chips fall. Go fucking Buckeyes.